What up, everybody? I'm gonna let this thing go live. What's going on? So, yo, listen, y'all know what it is? It's Wednesday night, Realist Live, Relationship 101, Relationship Talk with the Boys Club. Me and my guy Sean Prez. It's the realest relationship chitter chatter on the internet. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. Send this out to all your people. Send this live out to everybody. Let them know that we in the building and we talking and we're gonna have a good time for the next couple hours. Let me get Prez in the room and we can get started. Have any questions? Y'all want to participate in this conversation? Please. We go live. We take questions in the next hour. Prez, what up?
Rich, what up, kid? How you?
Hey man, chilling. What's good?
Same old same. Yo, I really wish people knew you be so punk. Yo, listen, everybody. Rich Dollars loves Wednesday nights. I'm telling y'all, like, I don't think y'all understand. If it be 729.58, like it be 0.58, 59, 7:30, my phone be like, ring. Rich Dollars is gonna call me.
Yo, it's a good time, man. I have a good time with you on Wednesday nights, man. This shit is fun for me.
I already know this is therapy, but shout out to everybody who's just checking in. If it's your first time with us, welcome. If you have been with us, welcome back. The realest relationship show in the game. Okay, Rich, I'm sure you did the intro, correct?
I did, yep.
All right, so let's start over here, Rich. Yo, Drea Michelle, Instagram model, entrepreneur, very beautiful woman. She's been on the scene for years now. This woman is pushing 40. Just got caught out there. I don't know if they're in a full-fledged relationship or she just knocking shorty down, but she dealing with a 21-year-old NBA baller. First and foremost, did you hear about this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Jalen Green, that's my guy.
Okay. Rich, she got a 21-year. Let me set it up this way. She has a 21-year-old. She's 38. She had her first child at 17. So she legitimately has a child the same age as this man who she's allegedly dating. Let's just start off here. Is what's good for the goose good for the gander? Like, meaning men have been dating women half their age for years? Is she a representation of everything wrong in this dating world? Or is this just she's out for a come up? It's a young boy, he got millions, and she knows she can put that thing on him and mess his head all the way up. What's your thoughts?
The funny thing is, I'm just listening to you, and all the reasons that you just listed, where everything was absolutely right. Yes, she's a pariah. Yes, she's looking for a come up. Yes, this is everything that's wrong with dating in 2023. Yes, what's good for the goose is good for the gander, and if men can do it, then why can't women? All those things are true. All those things are true. Yes, she has a daughter the same age as the dude that she's dating.
I thought it was a son. I thought it was a son.
She has a son? Drea has a son?
I thought I could be off. I don't follow the woman like that. I read it and I thought they said it was a son. So I was like, oh, word?
It might be a son. I just vaguely remember, I don't even know if it was her. I just vaguely remember somebody getting in trouble for leaving a baby in the car to go to a Chris Brown concert. That wasn't Drea?
No, not that I remember.
Okay. Well, maybe I could be bugging. Anyway, long story long, it's everything. It's everything that's wrong, bro. It's everything that's wrong. Is she looking for a come up? Yes. Jalen Green is 21 years old. He plays for the Houston Rockets. He played for the G League. He played for Overtime Elite a couple years ago. I think this is his second or third year. He on a rookie contract. He was a top 5 draft pick. Dude probably bringing in close to probably about $10, $11 million a year on a rookie deal. He's one of the better players in the league. He's going to get a bag. And she's looking for a come up. This is a come up. He's young. Listen, if we're going to crush Brittany Renner for PJ Washington, then Dre should definitely be getting crushed right now. If we're going to crush Brittany Renner for the things that she did and call her what we called her and everybody else called her, then you can't take Dre's popularity and then excuse her for this, because this is a disgusting move. And if it was anybody else, then it would be an even more disgusting move. If we're going to talk about Larsa Pippen and
Marcus Jordan,
that, then we're going to have to keep it real. Dre, yo, you like, but like I said, it was good. Like you said it all. Like you said it all in the intro. Like men have been doing it forever. Are we yelling at Leonardo DiCaprio? Are we yelling at Derek Jeter? Are we yelling at these dudes? Like, are we yelling at these dudes that are doing the same exact thing? The difference is in most cases, it's not financial with men. The come up isn't financial. Like these girls are dating ballers who are young and are just now getting into feeling their oats, and these women are taking advantage of them. Whereas for financial reasons, because Jalen Green got a bag, PJ Washington had a bag. I don't know Dre's motivation, because I feel like she's been around long enough. She's been doing it. She was married to the football dude. So, listen. This is a weird world we live in right now, bro. And I have to just keep it 100 when I make this comment. I don't put nothing past nobody, and it's getting to the point now where I'm almost like, this is the Wild Wild West. Like niggas is just doing whatever they want to do. Like there are no rules out here anymore. There are no rules with women, and there are no rules with men. Women are literally talking to little young boys fresh out. This dude would technically be still in college. And this is damn near a 40-year-old woman talking to a dude in college. But because he got the bag, he's a target. Because he got the bag, he's a target. But if I can't trash Derek Jeter and Leonardo DiCaprio and those guys, then I guess I'm gonna have to stick with what's good for the goose is good for the gander, even though all I can do is tell these young boys that's in the leagues and football and basketball and baseball, you better watch yourself, man. You better watch yourself, because this transactional relationship, these grown-ass women out here preying on you, bro. They out here preying on you. Get pregnant and be good for the next 18, and you a fucking athlete. Like you just basically took care of somebody for life. Like your shit's about to be inordinate amounts of child support and inordinate amounts of alimony or whatever the case may be, however far this thing goes. And then once, like, people are preparing for war in times of peace, man. People are preparing for war in times of peace. And the easiest way for people to do it is to see what's successful. It's just like when we was doing music, Sean. We used to be like, that's a copycat record. Nigga put out a record, that record's a smash. 2 minutes later, you hear 50 records just like it. Same track, same BPM, same fucking hard hats, same bass, same everything. Because they knew it was what was winning. And it's the same thing people do now with social media. People are looking and they're seeing what's winning. These girls are looking at these young boys and they're saying, that I'm winning. I can go get him. That boy grew up on me. The same way when little girls was growing up and they was looking at the little rappers and singers and stuff that's out. These little boys grew up on Drake. 15, 16 years old, she was in her prime. 6, 7 years ago, she was, you know, and that's what it is now. And that's what it is now. Crazy world.
You know, Rich, you actually sent me that post, and I don't know if it's confirmed. I'm gonna start here. I don't know if it's confirmed or not that she's dating this boy. The internet seems to think so. She's been spotted with him a couple of times. What she would have in common with a 21-year-old, only God knows. But she's allegedly dating a 21-year-old. She's pushing 40, 38 going on 39. Let's start here, right? You know, Rich, we could talk about what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Yes, men have been doing this for years, but it don't make it right. It don't make it right. It's a reason why there are laws in place, and I understand that this man is perfectly legal. He's perfectly legal. But you and I both have children above the age of 21. 21, you're still a kid. Like you're legitimately still a kid. You might be an adult as far as how society has given this number to this magical number to, you know, you go from being an adolescent to a teenager to now you're an adult. You can be responsible for every action and transaction you make. Every choice you make, you got to own it because you're an adult. But that doesn't mean that psychologically and mentally you have the aptitude. And we all know, we've been there. There is something about getting older that when you look back over your life, you like, yo, I thought I was so damn grown, but I really didn't know nothing. So you got this 21-year-old who's now a multi-millionaire, probably never had a financial literacy class in his life, probably doesn't come from money in his family who can
your internet going in and out, yo.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I don't know. This
All right, go ahead. Try it now.
Okay, what part did I lose?
Nah,
What part did I lose?
In and out. I heard everything. It was just you were breaking up.
Okay. There's probably nobody in this boy's family who comes from money that can legitimately speak to him about his finances and the responsibility of saving and what to do and what not to do with money because they've never had any. Now you got a woman who's damn near twice your age, has 3-4 times the experience. She has lived your life 3-4 times over. Drea Michelle ain't average. She's not an average chick. She been around the block a few times. Her hooking up with this kid, I'm not in her mind, but I can almost 100% with all certainty say she identified him as a mark, and this is a come up. There is, you know, and I don't know her and I don't know him, but there's very few 38, 39-year-olds who have something in common with a 21-year-old. Like, what are we talking about? What does our conversation look like? So I think that this new age world that we live in, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. No, it's not. It's not. It's not right when men do it. Because psychologically, we can run circles around these young chicks, and we know it. Leo DiCaprio don't date women his age because he knows I can date a 23-year-old and I can have her mind all messed up. It's not just about getting her in her prime. It's about this. It's about the control that I can literally have over this woman's every move, her every thought. He knows that. And any man who's twice a woman's age knows that. Okay, I'll go one better for you, kid. Nigga, Jay-Z and Beyonce. He got her about what, 12 years, 15 years? Nigga, he raised that chick. Beyonce was raised by that nigga. Y'all can call it what you want, but that nigga groomed her, and he has legitimately raised a grown woman to where Beyonce is going to do whatever he say, move how he moves, and look at this nigga as though he is the Messiah reborn. Does it make it right? I don't know. But in this case, I think this is just showing. If I found out my child was dating a woman twice his age, I would be on fire. I would be on fire. And there's nothing that this woman could look me in my face and tell me to make me believe that this is anything other than a come up. It's anything other than manipulation. You are using your box to manipulate a young multi-millionaire. It's nothing you can say to me to make me think otherwise as a parent of a youngin'. And I just think it sets such a bad precedent, Rich, for everybody. Wrong is wrong. And that's why I say, is what's good for the goose good for the gander? I mean, that sound good, but if the goose is wrong, nah. Like just because eating that don't mean I should do it. Wrong is wrong. But that's just my thoughts on it, man.
Yo, I can't disagree with you, bro. I can't disagree with you. I just think it's fucked up. But we've come into contact with situations where we even have gotten on blogs for stuff that we have said about our people in that situation, because we felt like that was like the equivalent. Nigga 54 years old talking to a 25-year-old girl, 55-year-old man talking to a 25-year-old girl. What the fuck do you even have in common? What kind of conversation do you have?
That's my question. So what does the conversation look like?
So now, I mean, so like, it's just like, you're right. Yo, I can't dispute anything you said, bro. You absolutely 100% right. I think it's a trash move. I think that's a trash move by her. I think it's a trash move by people who do it. And you know, if it's just sex, that don't make it right. But when you preying on a nigga for financial, you using your box for financial, that's doubly bad. Because not only like, if you're using your box for financial gain, that's terrible. And that's what these women are doing, man. That's what Renna did. That's what Dre is doing. That's what we can go down the list. There's a list of them. Bernice, Jaylen Brown.
Here's the deal, Rich. Men have been doing this for eons. We know that. But here's the difference. It don't make it right, but here's the difference. Men don't do it for a come up. A man who dates a woman half his age is usually successful, financially successful, and he is grabbing a young one right fresh off the tree. She don't know no better, and he is exposing her to a life that she would never know. This right here, this is not the same. You don't see these women who are double the men's age grabbing broke niggas. They are not grabbing average Joe meatball out there who just graduated college and is getting his first job at $45,000 a year. The Brittany Renners, what do you call that? You could throw Larsa in there if you want. Pippi. She know what young Jordan is worth. You Dre and Michelle, they not grabbing average niggas. This is not just about dick. This is not just about, oh, that nigga look good. He's right. I want him fresh off the tree. He hasn't been corrupted yet. It's none of that. That's what niggas go for. That's what a dude is in his head thinking, oh, I can get her. I can run circles around her. I can groom her, and I can raise her. They not thinking that. They thinking this nigga's never gonna know what hit. And that's what they thinking. I want to see this, and maybe you can correct me if I'm wrong. I want to see this with a young broke nigga. Show me a woman who's twice a nigga's age, who's dating a dude who's broke, and she's the one with the bread. Show me that situation, and I'll shut my mouth.
Facts.
Okay. I guess we'll move. You got any more? We move on.
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. So we got a caller who not a caller, a viewer who wrote into us, and this was an interesting topic. I don't even know that we ever touched on it, but I want to get your thoughts on it. You ready? All right. Hey, Sean. I don't recall this topic ever being discussed. I personally do not choose to use sexual toys because with consistent use over time, I think it can affect being able to experience and have a natural orgasm while having sex with a man that I'm dating. With the advancement and design of sexual toys for women these days, like the Rose or the newest creation, the French kisser, do some men feel intimidated not being able to compare with some sexual toys that may cause intense orgasm for women, for a woman? Also, how do men really feel about women using sexual toys, especially the types that are well endowed? It's a hellified question.
Yeah, it is.
This one is.
Yeah.
Did you get every word I said?
Yep.
Okay. Take it from here.
All right. My thing is this. For women, if a dude care about you, if a dude genuinely cares about you, toys are emasculating. Now we'll talk about the horse dicks and all that stuff that women be going and buying. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that shortly. But for women in this moment, we're going to talk about the Roses and the other one that the girl said, the French kisser and all that stuff. If you have to use those, you are essentially telling me that I'm not pleasing you. If you are using those toys, you are telling me that you'd rather do it yourself than to walk me through the process and get me to the point where I feel comfortable that I can please you and make you happy. Because if a man is not selfish, this is how women can tell if a dude really fuck with her. If a dude really fuck with you, he wants to please you. He wants you to be happy. If a dude doesn't give a shit, he don't fuck with you and he here for nothing. If he just, listen to that again. If he fuck with you, he wants to please you and wants you to be happy after sex. He wants to hold you. He wants to, you can almost flip the script on a dude if he likes you. Get up and go get something to eat after y'all finish. Don't kiss him, don't do nothing. Look back at the nigga and say, yo, you done? And then get up and go do something. That'll make that dude feel like shit. If in fact he likes you. If he doesn't like you, he don't give a fuck because it's all about his. It's all about he got his off and he don't really give a shit if you got yours off. Now, with that being said, if you are using toys and you are doing things and he's cognizant and knows what you're doing, then he knows he's not pleasing you. And it's almost like, nigga, you get yours, whatever. I'm going to go do what I got to do on my own because I don't even fuck with you enough. I don't have the patience to even try to talk you through this or get you right. Or what kind of relationship does that build? If you're telling this dude off top that I don't have the patience to even fuck with you, dude, then what are you talking about? How are we talking about our future? Sex is a microcosm of your future. If you're telling this dude that I don't have the patience, nor do I want to sit here and watch you bumble and stumble around down there to get it right, then what are you telling me about our future? Like, you don't have the patience to make sure that this is done properly. You want to go do it yourself. You want to please yourself. So, yo, you get yours off and I'll do me. That's a horrible feeling for a dude. And I'm probably one of the most selfish niggas in the world. But I'll be damned if I lay down with a girl, have sex, and then she use a toy. That's telling me, yo, you're trash, nigga. That's telling me, yo, for real, think about it. Yo, you're trash. Your head is trash. Your penis is trash. You're trash. Now, I'm finished fucking around with you, and I'm going to go handle this business on my own because, again, you're trash. The second part of that is, where y'all think a nigga want to see you with these big old horse dicks you got to hold with two hands? Who the hell? Why would you ever in a million years think that a man who might even be endowed, who might even be 8+ wants to see you with this big old horse joint and think that he could ever come behind? That's the most emasculating shit in the world, is for a girl to go sit and ride a cock this big and then turn around and look at you like, what's good? I don't want no parts of that. You just let me know everything I need to know. Bitch, I can't compete. I cannot compete. I cannot compete. And I'm watching you take this motherfucker, you playing with this in front of me, and you think that this is sexy for me? You think that this is sexy? You think that you fucking a 25-inch cock and taking every single goddamn centimeter of it is sexy for me? That ain't sexy. That ain't sexy. It's emasculating, and I'm walking around this house trying to figure out what the fuck I'm even doing here. Why am I even here? Why am I here? Because there's no way in hell I'm ever fucking you again, knowing what you just did with that toy. And if I find the toy in your suitcase, it's the same principle. If I find the toy under your sink, it's the same principle. Why am I here? This thing is, I can't compete with him. I can't compete with this. And this is what you doing? All you doing, you telling me that you just a good person at heart. Essentially, that's what it means. I'm just a good person at heart, and I don't want to hurt your feelings. But if you don't get the fuck out my face and let me go handle this business, how is a grown man supposed to hold that? How is a grown man supposed to eat that? That's, yo, and y'all think I'm funny and everybody laughing and it's cute. But that shit is disheartening for me. And I ain't even had nobody do that. I have never had, now I'm not going to say I never had anybody. I don't know. I've never had a girl pull out a joint in front of me and be like, or whatever the case may be. I've never had her pull out a thing, and I posted them shits on my Instagram for promo, so I know what they are. I've actually posted them shits on my gram.
Yo, you do realize I was waiting to hit you with that, right?
Absolutely, nigga. They pay good. What? As a matter of fact, if anybody got some toys you want to promote, here I go. But from a real perspective, I'm almost promoting some shit that would destroy me if my girl walked in with the shit. So my girl walked in right now and she said, "Oh, I got this off the Instagram."
I'm about to fall out this chair, man.
But all jokes aside, being 100% honest, ladies, it's emasculating. It's emasculating for a man to have, like I said, even an endowed man, to look up and see that you are playing and taking a 12-inch toy or all of this other stuff. It just lets you know how you feel about him and his work. So if you want to ever humble a nigga, have sex with him, roll over to your drawer, and pull out that 15-inch fucking thing and take it all. And watch that nigga will never talk to you during sex again. Yo, who pussy is this? Who's this? What's going? Give me that. You look back and be like, the nigga in my drawer. That's whose it is. That's the most humbling shit in the world.
Yo!
Pull out that
I'm about to glance
like,
out your
it's
shit.
his, nigga. It's his. It's his. Yo! And that's how you humble him. That's how you humble him. And if you like him, then you wouldn't want to humble him. You want him to feel good about himself when you wake up in the morning. So here we go. That's how I feel about that, Sean.
Oh my God. Okay, yo, Rich, I gotta get myself together, man. I'm dying over here.
Katie from Japan. I see you in Japan, Katie.
Oh my goodness. All right. Okay. So is it toys? Is it toys specifically for you? Because a woman can turn around and be like, "Yo, my man beat off all the time." The nigga might not be using toys on himself, but every time I turn around, he jerking his joint. Is it the same principle?
Absolutely. If a man is jerking, if a man would rather jerk off to porn, what does that say about you? If you're a whole woman, he got a whole woman right next to him that's ready to give it up and get down. Y'all are in a relationship. And this man chooses to go in the bathroom and beat off into a sock. How is that supposed to make a woman feel? Like, think about it. Like, come on. Like, how does that make a woman feel? Like, think about how you would feel under them circumstances. If you were laying here and you put on your nice, sexy clothes and you, what you call it, or even worse, you and your man is in bed and the nigga get up and you'd be like, he's been in the bathroom for fucking 20 minutes. What's up? And you look in the bathroom and this nigga said, how would that make you feel as a woman? How would that make you feel about, what would that do to your self-esteem as a woman? What would that make you feel like, damn, I'm a whole human being laying next to this man and he'd rather go and handle his business on his own. That would make you feel shitty. That would, unless you don't care about the dude. And if you don't care about the dude, you're going to be like, I don't want you touching me anyway. So please go handle your own business. So if a man doesn't like you, he don't care if you fuck a whole horse. It won't matter to him. But if you guys genuinely like each other, there's a sense of rejection that comes along with knowing you can't please your person. There's a sense of rejection, there's a sense of emasculation, there's a sense of hurt that you feel when you know as much as you want this to make this person happy, you are unable. And if she's fucking a 12-inch dick, you're unequipped. And that sucks because there's nothing you can do at your big old age that's gonna make you from 7 to 12, so you could just cancel it, write it in, and break up with her because you out your league, playboy, and that's how you feel.
Okay, I gotta, before I jump in and give my thoughts on this, why do you automatically assume that a woman using a toy indicates her man is not pleasing her? What if she, go ahead.
Go ahead, finish.
What if she just enjoys using a toy? She enjoys you too. Y'all have bomb sex. I guess I'm trying to understand why are you automatically assuming it has something to do with the man?
Because if there's a man next to you, if there's a man in that you like, I promise you, if there's a man that you like, you don't want to play by yourself. You don't want to. If there's a man that you love and you want him to be, then why would you play by yourself? Toys for me, toys have always been for the person that's away. I'm going away on a trip and we're gonna have sex and I'm horny. So I'm not going to cheat on you, but I will have this toy to appease me because you're not here. Because you're not here. Now, if you're here and I'm still choosing to use this toy, you can't possibly be pleasing me. Because why would I ever want to please myself when the person that I love is right next to me and they please me? If they please me, there's no way I'm going to want to please myself. The same way if you're a man and you're jerking off and you're doing the thing and you're doing what you're doing to porn, you don't want to touch yourself if this woman is making you feel good with her touch. It just doesn't make sense. Even if you're pleasing her, then help me understand. Help me understand. Now I can see if it's on you and you're like, yo, go ahead, man, get that toy. I'm done for the night. Like now, then that's something different. Like that's a whole different conversation. But if you're with a person and that person is right next to you, sitting on this couch with me, and I get up and literally walk away from you to go please myself, then that says a lot about how I feel about you. And and you can't tell me no different. I don't give a fuck how much you like a toy or how much the toy makes you feel good. It ain't the human touch.
Okay, I got another question for you. Porn. Where does porn fit into a relationship for you? Well, for anybody, because there are people on this live right now in the confines of their own home, and they're sneaking away and they're watching porn, or they're watching porn with their woman or with their man. Judging by everything you just said, and I'm listening intently to you, does porn for you have the same implications of a woman running over to her dresser drawer and getting whatever those toys' names was that woman mentioned?
If you are into porn, porn is like toys to me. Porn for a dude is, or if you two are freaky and you want to watch some porn and you're into fetish stuff, then you both get off to it. Then it's an experience that you're enjoying this experience together. So anything that you're doing together is cool. So for instance, if I like to watch porn and she loves to watch porn and it turns us both on and it takes us to the next level for our own sexual pleasures, then I'm all for it. If a woman likes double penetration and I only got one dick on me, then it's for our both pleasure, right? So if we're enjoying whatever we're enjoying and we're enjoying it together, then I guess there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're enjoying something mutually exclusive from this relationship, you go enjoy something when I'm in a position to help you right here, then there's a problem. If a man is away from home and you would much rather him fuck, what's my favorite porn star's name? Paris Amour or whatever. I can't think of the other one. But if you would much rather him do that than to be out carousing the streets of Dallas, Texas or Houston, Texas looking for women. At least you know that he is technically not cheating on you. He's thinking he's watching this woman, but he's not actively out pursuing another vagina, right? So that's all I'm saying. Anything done together, and if it turns you on, there's a lot of kinky people out there, there's a lot of freaky people out there, then I'm all for it. Do it, whatever floats your boat. But when you start doing shit exclusive of one another, that was when it becomes a problem for me.
Okay, so I'm gonna double back around here. If the woman is using her French kisser, I just looked at my notes again because I'm trying to figure out what was this woman talking about. But if a woman is using a French kisser in the confines of y'all together in the bedroom, does that not fall under the guidelines of watching sex together? If you both are enjoying it?
If she's doing the French tickler or French kisser, and y'all are together, and you're doing what you're doing, and she's supplementing what you're doing with this toy, then go for it. Then she's just enhancing. She's just enhancing. But when you're in there watching a football game and she in the bedroom with her thing, that's the difference, Sean. Like,
okay, stop there, because I think you're providing the clarity. You're going somewhere else. So I want to make sure Sean understands. Are you saying together in the bedroom a woman can use her toys? Your issue is her using the toys when you're not around?
If me and a woman are in agreement with the toys, and we are both enhancing our sexual experience, then by all means, we can hang from the chandeliers, you can fuck the bedpost, you can whatever. As long as I'm enjoying it, then God bless. As long as we're both doing this for the betterment of what our experience is. It's all about our experience. So if it's bettering our experience, then no holds barred. Do whatever floats your boat, and I don't know what's going on in y'all bedroom, but whatever it is, if you and your dude are loving it, or you and your girl, or you and your guy, whatever's going on, y'all are loving it, go for it. My issue comes when a dude is feeling emasculated, thinking to himself, she doesn't like me. I can't please her. I can't do the things that this toy is doing. That's what's emasculating. That's what makes a person feel like shit, because now he's helpless in this situation. You don't want him to help you because you're pleasing yourself. You don't think he can help you, or else you wouldn't have bought this big 25-inch joint. And those are all the things that go along with this. Now, if I'm a dude and I want to watch my girl fuck a horse, I'm a fucking weirdo. But you know what? If I found me a girl who likes to fuck horses, and I like my girl to get fucked by horses, then goddamn it, let's go to the stable. And it's okay. It's okay, because people do what people do, and it is what it is. And there's a lot of freaky shit. I know motherfuckers out there putting their hands on the goddamn OnlyFans, making hundreds of thousands of dollars, taping their feet and they shit like that. Like, I see it. It's going on. So we know that this shit is just a weird, this whole sexual thing is a weird flex anyway. But if you're doing these things without me, then that make me feel bad. That would make me feel bad. As I would imagine, if I'm jerking off to girls without you, I would imagine that would make you feel shitty. That if I got in bed with you and I rolled over and turned on my back, meanwhile I just spent the last half an hour in the bathroom and it don't stink, that's a problem.
All right. In the interest of time, I'm gonna move this conversation on because you said a mouthful, and I want to get some more topics in here. And we got 14 minutes to go. Yo, I thought of this question a while ago. I don't know what we was talking about, and I keep forgetting to bring it up. But I want to get your thoughts on this. If a woman is the breadwinner in the household does the man have to submit to her?
This is a personal question for me, but I'm always going to play the role of a man. And the role of a man has always been a caretaker. Monetary life does not mean that you have to be submissive. Because she makes more money than you, don't mean that a man should be walking around his house on eggshells. As a man, that would be crazy that you can't, that you like, she's sitting in there like, come on, no, bro. Ain't no chick finna lay on the couch like Al Bundy, and I'm walking around here with an apron on. Like, it ain't going down. Like, I don't give a fuck if you make $100 million and I make $50. It ain't happening. A man should always be a man, and a woman should never want a man who isn't going to act like a man. Because I don't care how much money you make, that you not finna fix that sink. You not finna, if an intruder come in here, I'm not finna hide behind you. So all that financial shit that happens during the course of a day, from a 9 to 5 or 10 to 4, whatever the case may be, all that shit's out the window when we in here. When we at home, that shit's out the window. Because when, like I said, an intruder's coming through the window, I'm not finna be like, baby, go get him. You finna look at me. I don't care how much money you make. You finna look at me. Or when that grass is growing outside and the shit is looking crazy, you finna be like, yo, go, what's up? Like, there's manly things that men should always do, and there's womanly things that, and there's a woman's mentality that should never ever be crossed. You should never make your man feel like a female. You should never make your man feel like he's less than. You should never make your man feel like he's beneath you. And that's the problem that everybody says with these black relationships now. These black relationships is because women are now becoming empowered by their monetary value from 8 to 4, 9 to 5, 10 to 6, and they bring that shit home. And when you bring that shit home, you make a man feel like he's less than. So now it becomes a piston contest. Now it becomes a contest to see whose dick is bigger, when the reality is you don't even have one. So why am I arguing with you or fighting with you about what's going on within the confines of this house on that level, when there's still only one penis in this house? There's still only one here. And no matter how much money you make, you will not be a man. And that's not to say that there's anything wrong with being a woman. I'm just saying. I don't subscribe to that red pill shit. I believe in feminist movement. My mother's a fucking independent woman. So let me preface all I'm saying by saying that. But my mother would never emasculate her husband. My mother would never come home and make her husband feel like he was less of a man because she made more money. And I don't know if she do or don't. They taught at different schools. They both retired now. I can't, but she would never have done that. I don't care if he made $30,000 a year and she made $150,000. She finna make that man feel like a man when he come home.
I couldn't agree with you more, Rich. Like real talk. You know, that it's an interesting question because in this society, you say submissive or submit, and it's like you curse somebody out. Like legitimately, women take that like what? Like submit. I'm supposed to be submissive to my man. Like you said a bad word. And even as I was thinking about that question, because we started this conversation off. Good for the goose, good for the gander. Like a man wants a woman to be submissive. What if the woman bringing home 2 times what you made? Is that nigga supposed to be submissive? Is he supposed to take, her word is law? Is she the head of household? Is she leading that relationship? And truth of the matter is I don't, and I want to get this right? Because every just because a man is a man, just because a male, and I always break this thing down, a male, somebody who has a penis, every male has not earned the right to lead. I truly believe that. Like you can't just be submissive to your man because he was born a male. Every male is not a man. They're not. Every dude who stands up with a swinging penis and pisses in the standing position, that makes him a male. It doesn't make him a man. And I truly believe that especially women who come from who were born and raised in the church, women who have old school values, women who were taught that the man is supposed to lead. That's an earned position. Like the blind can't lead the blind. It's niggas. It's men out here who they not forget money, but they're in no position to lead because they don't have the intelligence. They don't have. They're lazy. Niggas. They bring nothing to the table, and because I'm a man, I'm supposed to lead in this relationship. So I'm just gonna start there. I don't think every male is a man. And every male is not supposed, you can't put your trust in this because this is my man, because he has, that's an earned position. It really, really is. And I strongly believe that. The blind leading the blind, both gonna fall in the ditch. But with that being said, hell no. I couldn't agree with you more, Rich. Money, what you earn, your earning potential, has nothing to do, like, there's something so beautiful about what God, he's created us, right? And I'm talking about a true man, somebody who takes their responsibilities serious, somebody who's a protector, somebody who's a provider, somebody who is endearing and cares about his woman. If you make more money than that guy, still treat that man like head of household. Still treat that man like he is a man. What you're bringing into the house is yours. Just like what he's bringing into the house is yours. If he brings more to the house, yes, traditionally, that's what it was. Once upon a time, women could not even work. They were what do you call it? Home. I forget the word, the titles that they had, but they stayed at home. They took care of the house. It's 2023. It's very difficult to get by on one income. And if you just so happen to bring in more money than this man, and I'm not talking about a male, I'm talking about a man, you still give that man the respect that he earns every day by doing all the things that a man is supposed to do in a relationship. Make you feel loved, protected. Make you feel that, yo, you know what, baby? I got this covered. Whatever this is, I got it covered. Go, do what you do. Make your money. I'm taking care of this over here. I got it. I think when women associate their income, which they're making on the outside, and bring that into their life and somehow feel as though that gives you an upper hand in your relationship with your man, you got it so wrong. And any nigga who does submit to, you don't want that nigga anyway. Like I can't sit here and think that there's any woman who wants a man, who really wants a man. And I'm talking about a true, in the truest sense of the word. When I come home, I want to feel like I'm with a man. You running around here and I get to treat you like I treat everybody else at work, and you not looking at me without saying a word, but I know I am 2 seconds, like I'm about to cross that line and this nigga about to flip. You want that nigga who can give you that look, and you sit down. So I think that I don't care how much you make. I think if a man is carrying himself as a man and he has earned that position in your life, it doesn't matter what he makes, what you make. No, that nigga shouldn't be submitting to you. Treat that man like a man and prop him up day and night. Because at the end of the day, financially, whatever comes into the house is y'all's anyway, collectively. But that's just my thought. But we at 8:30. It's time to open these phone lines up. For anybody who is trying to get in this conversation, please hit the plus button below. That alerts us that you want to be part of tonight's conversation. We got basic rules for anybody trying to be part of the conversation. Number one, if you are picked, you must be in a place with proper lighting. That's number one. Number two, you must be in a place with good cellular service and good Wi-Fi. Number three, you must be willing to show yourself. We do not speak to empty screens. Number four, you must have a question. You must have a question. We use this time for people to call in, discuss what either they're going through or their friends are going through, and they want unbiased advice and perspective from a male's point of view. And lastly, we had to add this fifth rule: do not hit the plus button if you, I don't want to hear, I didn't think you was going to pick me. I'm not ready. If it takes you 2 minutes or the next hour, if you hit that plus button, be prepared for Rich to choose you to come into the conversation at one point or another throughout the night. Go ahead, Rich. Let's open these phone lines up.
All right, let's do it.
Rich, I'm gonna turn off this what you call it for 1 second, the video for 1 second, because I gotta stand up.
Blue Vet 75. Blue Vet 75. Are you in here? Hello? 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 Yo, what's up, bro?
Yo, can you see me?
Yeah, I see you.
Oh, okay, now you just popped on.
What's good?
Nothing much, man. I'm glad y'all had me on today. I was looking forward to seeing y'all. Yo, why do women think what attracts them to us is what attracts us to them? So the woman having the ability to make 6 figures, to buy her own home, to get a college degree, why does she believe that's automatically automatically makes her a good woman and wifey material. I don't understand why. And another part of that question is, why do they think us men are intimidated by them? Because that really makes no sense to me. You hear the women say, I got a PhD, I got a college degree, I got my own house, I got my own too. So why do they think that intimidates us, for one, and why do they think that's what makes them attractive to us as men?
Sean, you can go ahead and tackle this first.
Are you the brother who always calls in from Texas or somewhere?
Yes, sir.
But
I'm
what's your name, brother?
My name is Fred.
Fred?
Yeah.
Fred, you always call in and you always have such good, like I gotta tell you, bro, I don't always agree with you, but it's always good. Like your commentary is always well thought out, and it's good subject matter. So I'm gonna start there. You said, Sean, I wish I could have articulated, and just know for future, I'm going to steal what you just said. I wish I could have articulated what you just said as good as you just said it. Meaning, when you said, why do women think what attracts them to us is the same thing that attracts us to them? That is so dope. And if that went over any of you ladies' heads, you really need to rewind this, go to our YouTube channel and watch this tomorrow, whatever it is, because it is completely different. And it's the reason why, and I've done this 100 times on the same platform. A woman will get on here and you will ask her what makes her a good woman. And she will literally run down, I'm college educated, I make 6 figures, I got my own business, I'm a boss, I'm this, I'm that. Nigga, you're not applying for a job. I don't need your resume. Like I'm not here trying to pay you for you to come work for me. That resume crap that y'all run off, it is so unattractive. It is so freaking unattractive to me. Now, from a woman's standpoint, it is attractive. That's what attracts them to men. I got my own business. I'm a boss. I'm a 6-figure earner. I'm this. I'm that. I'm what? I think that this world is so upside down, and the narrative put out there by so many of our entertainers and social media and high-profile women have trickled down into the mainstream and made women feel like this is what a man wants. No, I don't want that. I don't. What I want, give me compassion. Give me friendship. Give me a dope sense of humor. Give me somebody who I can literally have a conversation with. And it can be just that. I can just have a conversation with you. Give me all of that and be broke. Don't be a boss. Don't be a 6-figure earner. Don't have 10 businesses. Have none of that. And you still are perfect. You're still perfect. So to answer your question, why do they think what's attractive, what they are attracted to is the same thing that we're attracted to? I don't know where they got that from, but I think that's why so many women are going into relationships and getting it wrong off the rip, because they're going in there and they're selling themselves like they're sitting in a freaking job interview, missing the point that a nigga could give I'll talk for sure. I could give a crap about any of that stuff. Make me laugh. Be soft. Be that delicate flower that God created y'all. Like, have your backbone, do all of that. But be a flower. I don't, and I said it, and then I'll pass it to you, Rich. But if I wanted to be with a man, I'd be with a man. You coming in here with all of these man attributes, and you think that that's sexy, and you think it makes you attractive. No, it doesn't. If I wanted to be with a man, I would make the choice to be with a man. I want to be with a woman. Start there. But go ahead, Rich.
I've been listening to you, and I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you. I couldn't agree with you. I think that y'all are both right. The best analogy I can give under these circumstances is when a woman is out and the dude comes up to you and leads with his wallet. And he tells you how much money he got, or he does. The first thing y'all do when y'all leave that club is, girl, I just met the corniest nigga ever. This nigga dropped his car. This nigga dropped his car keys on the table. This nigga had to put his watch in my face. You walk away from that conversation thinking, does he think that that's supposed to impress me? Does he think that that's the corniest dude in the world? Because he has no personality, and he's just looking to be taken advantage of because of the way he leads. You lead with what you think, you lead with what you deem to be important. And for you to lead with your degree, or you to lead with your 18 different businesses and your 36 streams of income, or the fact that you a baller bitch, if you lead with that, it lets me know that you don't have anything else, because that's not what's important. And the fact that you're leading with that stuff lets me know that the real stuff is lacking. The real stuff is lacking. If a dude lead with money, he probably ain't good looking. If a dude lead with watches and cars, he probably is trying to take away from the fact that he's a cornball, but he got nice stuff. Men feel the same way about women.
Sure.
Men feel the same way about women. When you lead with stuff that isn't important to us, it just makes you look whack. It just makes you look corny. And it makes us think that, why is she leading with that? Because we have this conversation all the time. Men are walking Wendy's and white shorty on the fries.
Facts.
Nigga will drive up to Wendy's in a Maybach and give his number to the girl who took his order. And they will live happily ever after. That's what dudes, it's the insecurity of a woman that needs you to know offhand, I ain't the rest of them. I'm better. This is what I got. This is who I am. This is what makes me special. When in reality, those aren't the things that make you special, beloved. Those aren't the things that make you special. So in short, my answer is, insecure men lead with things. Insecure women lead with things. You can only lead with what you have. You can only highlight what you have. You can only accentuate and express and make important the things that you have. So if you don't have the substance and the things that Sean and you spoke about, then you're gonna lead with other things. And all you're really doing is letting that nigga know that you don't have those other attributes.
You know, one thing I believe is the more educated our sisters have gotten, the less, if I'm just going to be honest, feminine and wifey material they've been. And the reason why I asked, like you said earlier, on a date, it's not a date anymore. It's really a job interview. It's like, are you trying to qualify to be my wife or my business partner? And in a lot of instances, who invented the phrase power couple? And how many men actually want a quote unquote power couple where she's working all day, I'm working all day, we come home, we talking about work, and then we go to sleep? I'm of the mindset, let me go to work, let me make the bread. I don't want you to work as hard as me. Now you can work, don't get it twisted. But I don't want you to work as hard as me, because I want you to actually be feminine. I want you to be sweet. I want you to be comforting. I want you to be even a spiritual person in my life, to where when I come home from a hard day's work, we both ain't talking about a hard day's work. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately today, for whatever reason, maybe because them old Creep Squad guys back in the day, you know, broke their heart or whatever. Now they feel like they got to be hard to get jobs because they don't know when the dude go walk out the door. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like our sisters will actually have it easier in life if they focused on trying to find a husband and a good man over trying to be somebody's employee. And I don't know how much dating you doing, Rich. I know the other bro is married. But one thing I done noticed out here dating, if a lot of these professional women, if you look in their medicine cabinet, you're going to see sleeping pills, you're going to see antidepressants, and you're going to find out that a lot of them are extremely unhappy, extremely unhealthy, and they're working themselves to death. And if we don't fix this problem, I think down the road, we're going to have an even bigger mess on our hands. And with that, I land my plane, and I appreciate y'all. Let me be a part of y'all conversation.
No, stay for a second, Fred. Stay for a second. Because I love this conversation, and I want to add, here, I want to start here, because I should have put this at the top of my list, and God forgive me. You know, you mentioned a woman being spiritual. That should have been at the top of my list, and I don't even know, like God gonna spank me for that one. But there is something so attractive about a woman who has a relationship with God and puts God first, understands where, and call God whatever you want, but understand where God fits into her life, even before she comes into your life. There's something so attractive about that. But Rich, I don't even think that it has anything to do with insecurity. I don't think women coming and spitting their resume has one thing to do with anything that they're lacking. I think it has everything to do with exactly why the boys club exists. Women are listening to women. We had a woman on this show, and I forget her name, but I would love to tear her a new one. I would love to throw her under the bus right now. But she came on the show, and she told me and you every which way from Sunday about she got this many businesses, and she's a six-figure earner, and she's this and she's that. And I asked her the most basic question I could ask. When she finally allowed me to speak, I asked her, do you have a man? Simple as that. I heard everything you just said. Do you have a man? Oh, no, I don't have a man right now. Me and my man, we broke up and we good and this, that, and third. You can have all the money in the world. You can be educated and have 2 dozen degrees on the wall. More degrees than a thermometer, as they say. But when I ask you the basic question, how's it working out for you? Do you have a man? No. But other women hear her rhetoric and they run around and think she got it right. They run around and think that's what a man wants. So when they come to men, they hit you with crap that they didn't heard from other women. And the sole reason why I spend my Wednesday nights on this live with Rich and my man Fred over here tonight, y'all are hearing it from the horse's mouth. I can't get relationship advice or woman advice from Rich. That nigga's not a woman. I can't go to him and yo, I got problems with my wife and she's acting this way, that way, that way, and that way. What do you think that means? That nigga gonna tell me from a male perspective. We got no dog in this fight. Listen to us. So if you out here and you're running your resume and you think that that's what's making you attractive, you are ill-informed. You are. It is so much other stuff that makes you a great catch that so many of y'all possess. You have it. You just have been told that that's not what makes you attractive. It's that other garbage. And you got 3 men on this line right now telling you the opposite.
That's real.
That's the realest. And just think about it, right? You got Rich Dollars giving relationship advice and Peter Guns on cheaters. What a world we live in today.
All right, Fred.
All right.
We're done. Peace and love, bro. Always a pleasure, Fred.
I'll tell you a funny story real quick. So I'm talking to Shania Lathan one day, and we were talking bullshit, going back and forth. And she said the one movie that she hated was that movie with Tyler Perry. It was called The Family That Prays. And I said, "Yo, why do you hate that movie? That was actually a pretty decent movie. It was pretty good." And she said, "Yo, Rich, the way I did that man in that movie, the way I did that black man in that movie bothered me. After seeing it on the big screen and seeing how it all played out, it bothered me. It bothered me." And I said, "Really?" She said, it had a profound effect on how I feel about women and men, and how men, a good man should never be treated that way based on everything we just talked about." And she said the people who were her fan base were actually mad at her. People, like, that was the movie where, you know how they always be like, what movie do you be that you remember being and people don't like you for, and they literally curse you out on the streets? She was like, that's my movie. When I'm walking down the street and people see me, they be like, "Yo, I hated how you did that man in that movie. You piece of shit bitch. I hated how you did that man in that movie." She literally was like, I was like, "Word?" She was like, yep. That shit sticks with me to this day. And I was like, wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. But just going back to everything we just said, that movie was literally the epitome of what we just discussed. But we could bring the next person in. Shout out to Shania Lathan. What up, sis? I can't pronounce Shorty's name, so I hope you're in there. I couldn't pronounce your name. It was a whole bunch of letters. Is she coming in?
No.
All right. Tanise Palmer. Tanise Palmer, are you in the room? Here we go. Cancel Tanise Palmer out.
Yeah, make sure you always hit that cancel button.
Yeah. Kev, Liz Rodriguez. Liz Rodriguez, are you in the room? Liz Rodriguez. Where Esby? I ain't seen Esby in the comments tonight either. I don't know what's going on, Sean.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy Red from New Jersey. Renee Johnson. Start at the bottom, work my way up. Renee Johnson, are you in the room?
I hope IG ain't acting up, man.
I think IG's acting up, man.
Are you canceling these people?
Yep.
Is it only showing me and you?
Now it is. Hold on. Yeah, now it's just showing me and you. Lady One Powell. Lady One Powell. Lady One Powell.
Hey,
What's up, mama?
I'm fine. Hey, Sean. I'm calling from New Orleans. So my question, I'm piggybacking off of what you were saying, Rich. Before I get my question, when you say, I agree with you said when you said, women that have toys and stuff, saying they got a man. I think that I'm saying it's useless. It's worthless. You know what I'm saying? If you got a man laying next to you, what you need that for? You know what I'm saying? My question is to you, Sean. So that's what you like. You think that would be something, you know what I'm saying, that you would enjoy, with you and your woman. Like you don't feel like that you're enough for her?
Ask your question again. Slow down and take your time and get your question out.
So my question is to you. You said that if there's nothing wrong with a woman, using a toy, with her partner. So with your wife, you know what I'm saying, would you use, not being in your personal business, but
you do realize you're getting in my personal business, but go ahead and ask your question.
But I'm saying that because you said that it's okay. You know what I'm saying? You don't see nothing wrong with it. So you feel like, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm saying, do you think you're not enough for her? You know what I'm saying? Because if that's your wife, you shouldn't have to use that.
Okay, what's your name? What's your name again?
Sean.
Sean, didn't you call into this? Is not your first time here, is it?
Not at all.
Okay. For starters, that's not what I said. At all. I was just asking Rich questions. I never ever gave my opinion. But since you're asking me you're not even asking me my opinion. You're telling me.
No, I'm asking.
Okay. I don't have a problem. I don't. And this is just showing what people do in the confines of their bedroom. If it works for them, whether it's toys, porn, whatever it might be, if they are doing it together and it heightens their experience, I got no problem with it at all. I say kudos to them. So with that being said, because we're not going to go into my bedroom, but if Sean was into this and my wife did bring it into the bedroom, I would not have a problem. I wouldn't at all. But by all means, would Sean feel emasculated? Hell no. Because number one, how do I say this nicely? Number one, I know what was that Jamaican record, that Champion Lover? Like I'm crystal clear what I do with that woman. And she's crystal clear. But to me, if anybody, if they're not hurting anybody, and it's things that they enjoy together, I got no problem. And the reason I was dissecting what Rich was saying is because I was trying to get to this place. If you notice, I never shared my experience. I never even shared my thoughts on it. I went to another subject just in the interest of time.
Oh, okay. I just was asking because, it was just, I just wanted to put it out there. Like, I don't see, I'm just with Rich with it. I don't see the purpose. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like we should be using that, you know what I'm saying, if I'm here and you there, you know what I'm saying? It's a problem going on, you know what I'm saying? That's my whole thing, Why should this?
It's to each his own, right? Like you may feel like that, and you might find a man who's like Rich, and y'all are in harmony. You got a great relationship. If that's the way y'all think, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But you know, if somebody else thinks the complete opposite, and they're not going outside of their relationship, a woman is not doing this because a man is not satisfying her. She's actually doing it because a man just likes watching her do it. It has nothing to do with him satisfying her, not satisfying her. It is now another element to their experience. Then by all means, if people are into that, you go for it. To me, what you do in your bedroom, is as long as you're doing it together, I got no, and both of y'all are in alignment, I got no problem with it, no matter how weird it might be.
I agree, and I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna let y'all go because I got things to do. But you know, to each his own. That's true. You know what I'm saying? But you know, at some point, because I didn't seen it happen, at some point by them using that toy, somebody gonna go out there and cheat. Somebody gonna do something because they're not satisfied with that. I didn't see
Nah,
it.
that's some bull crap. Cut it out.
It could be, but I've seen it happen, and that's what they use it on. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
that's some bull crap. They going out there cheating. It ain't got nothing to do with no damn toys. That I can tell you. They ain't got to, like a woman go out there and cheat. It ain't got nothing to do with she been using a toy. So I disagree with that. She cheating because I mean, it could be. I mean,
Right.
women cheat for emotional reasons. Like, let's just call it what it is. They're not even cheating for physical reasons.
Right.
But it is. But I appreciate you calling in, Sean, and trying to
All
throw
right.
me in the spot.
All right, mama.
All right.
Go ahead. I'm like, yo, nigga, I didn't even give my opinion.
Camilla Bogey. Camilla Bogey. Camilla Bogey. All right. Kev, Yes God TV. Kev, Yes God TV. It's not even letting these people get a chance to come in, bro.
Is it just me and you?
Yeah, it's just me and you at the top, yeah.
Okay. Maybe they. I don't know. Does it show that they're denying it? Maybe they're not even
Nah,
in.
they're not denying it. That's the thing. K Davis. And I hate to log off because then I lose everybody who's in the chat room. Let's just go with Anita Lawrence. Anita, are you in the room? As much as I know, watch your pop up. I don't understand it. Anita, what's up?
Hey, y'all.
What's up, Miss Anita?
Hey, baby.
You look nice.
Oh, I cut all my hair off.
I see. You
I
look
see.
very nice, Miss Anita.
Look
Thank
at
you,
Anita.
babe.
Look at Anita with them good red glasses on. I see you.
I
And
know.
that red
I
lipstick.
bought 2 new pairs, these and a black pair. Yep.
Okay.
She got the matching lipstick to go with it and all that.
Yeah.
All right, Miss Anita, what you got for us?
All right. First, I want to say, Sean, you've been doing some great interviews, and I'm really proud of you.
Thank you, Miss Anita.
Thank you, baby. Secondly, I want to say, you know, toys can be an additive to what you're doing. Like, I don't reach out to say, baby, you know I love you. You know I love you. You're supposed to say, okay, you're showing your muscles. muscles, as my nephew would say. Showing your muscles. Okay? But you have to remember, toys can be an additive. Like, I'm going to tell you about women. We love you. No matter if you last 5 minutes, 2 minutes, 1 minute, or whatever.
That's a lie.
Nope. Don't say nothing, Rich.
Go ahead. I'm gonna finish. Go ahead. Finish.
Don't say nothing. I'm 65. I'm telling you what's going on.
Me
So
too.
we're gonna love you. We're gonna love you anyway. But the problem is when we approach you and say like, look, babe, you need to do better here. You need to do better here. I'm not eating no pussy. I'm not. You know what I mean? My dick is fine. No, it's not. It's not. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, listen, you have to communicate to each other. I'm 65. I'm telling you about these penises. I met 2 men and their dick was not good. One was big, and one was big. Having a big dick don't mean you could break it down. You have to communicate. Toys can be an additive. And Candy Burris showed us that, you know. I mean, come on. You want to add some toys, and I do believe you needed to do it jointly. Like, okay, babe, let's talk about this. You know what I mean? We're going to add this toy. We're going to do some freak shit. It's not really freak shit. It's just stuff between 2 adult people. But Richie, it don't have nothing to do, I mean, it don't have to do with nothing with a man's ego. If you can talk to your partner and you guys can exchange information, like, this is what I like, this is what you're not doing, you're only lasting 5 minutes. I mean, to be honest with you, as the older one, I mean, you ain't gotta last but 15. For real. You ain't gotta last 15. Okay, so you're showing your muscles again. We're not seeing them outside, Rich. We're not seeing nothing about that. And I'm gonna tell you something my grandmother told me. Years ago, we can look up longer than you can look down. Okay?
What did your grandmother tell you?
We women can look up longer than you can look down. Because you be up there and you be gone. And we still there.
Your grandmother told you.
My grandmother.
This is the wisdom you got from grandma.
Look, I can look up, nigga, longer than you can look down.
You got one hell of a family over there. Now it's starting to make sense. Now it's starting to make sense, Rich.
Don't do it. Don't do
okay,
me.
but here's the deal, Miss Anita.
No. Don't do me, Sean and Rich.
No, listen.
Y'all know what I'm saying is true.
No.
You have to communicate. Basically, you have to be able to communicate with your partner. Because guess what? Y'all's penises are not going to work much longer after 45. Your shit's going to be like,
the fuck?
yeah. Yeah. It's not going to be, you know what I mean? It happens with all men. After a while, we're going to have to work it. We're going to have to, you know what I mean? We're going to have to jerk it. We're going to have to fucking, twist it for the shit to work. Y'all better get, you know.
Miss Anita, is there a question in here anywhere?
You're about to get me suspended.
Whatever, Rich. Your shit's about to be, and your shit's about, okay, I'm going to say this and I'm going to go. We don't want when you have to fold it in. It's called stuffer. It's called the stuffer. and you try to fold it in, and it's called the stuffer. You try to fold it in and put it in there, and it don't work. Okay? So that's when toys come and play. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with me. I love you, babies. I'm out of here.
All right.
It's
all right,
always
Miss Anita.
a pleasure, Miss Anita.
Thank you, baby.
And I like your new look, girl. Keep it up.
Let me. I'm so fucking low. Maybe she said the stuffer. Yo, she said fold it up and put it in. That's called the stuffer.
I don't know.
And her granny. Oh, Harry. Okay, listen. So for the room, once and for all, I never said there was anything wrong with toys. Me and Sean shared the same sentiment. I don't know why people. This is the second person that came in and said something. If you're both enjoying them together, I don't think there's anything wrong. I'm saying that if you're using toys in replacement of the person that you have laying next to you, then that can become problematic. That's all I said. If y'all love toys and y'all love toys together and y'all are enjoying it and it's heightening your sexual experience and you're loving it and it's amazing, by all means, knock your fucking self out. All right, so now, here we go. AKA Crazilla. Oh, God. AKA Crazilla. AKA Crazilla. All right. The natural. Oh, Lord. What's up?
Hey. So
What's your name, ma'am? What's your name?
my name's Sam,
Nice to meet you. Where you coming in from, Sam?
Sacramento, California.
Okay.
Sacktown, what up?
So my question is, what do you do with a man, your husband, who doesn't like to listen for what you want in bed? So if I'm telling him something that I don't like, and he's like, I got it, but you don't have it.
Say that one more. You got to say that again, brother.
Yeah, take your time, girl. Take your time.
Okay, so if your partner, husband, whoever, is not listening to the things that you want as far as sex, if they think they have it going on or whatever, then what do you do with that whenever they don't have it and you're trying to explain it to them? But also, you're also not trying to bruise their ego. What do you do with that?
Can you give us an example?
Okay, so my husband doesn't perform oral sex very well. He acts like he doesn't know where it is. And so when I tell him, it's like, I got it, just wait, I got it, you know. And I'm like, but it's been 20 minutes, you ain't got it. So what do you do with that?
How long have y'all been married?
Child, we've been married for 24 years.
How long you been together?
30. 29.
Okay.
It wasn't always like that, but then it got like that. Now he doesn't want to listen.
Well, that's why I was trying to go there, especially when you said how long you've been married.
Mm-hmm.
Was it like this before you got married?
No, but it wasn't like maybe the first few years. And then it's almost like as he progressed in his status and stuff like that, he became, it's almost like before we were like more in agreements with things, but whenever he started his career and all that kind of stuff, it was more like he believed that he had everything in control and he didn't want my opinion no more. So he kind of did that in all areas of our life. So,
Okay, I got another question for you.
okay.
You specifically mentioned oral.
Yes.
how is every other part of your bedroom?
It's been sucking bad.
For how long?
At least 5, 7 years.
Okay.
And when I bring it up, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry.
But when I bring it up, it's not something he wants to discuss. He just wants to show me otherwise, but it's always the same.
Okay. Does your husband follow you on Instagram by any chance?
No,
He does not follow you on Instagram?
no,
Sam?
he doesn't. He's off of social media.
Got you. So right now you're safe.
I'm safe. I'm outside.
Right.
He's inside, but I'm safe.
Yeah, because this is one way to get his attention.
Exactly. Exactly.
Well, we've been through counseling, and he don't seem to listen there either. So I mean, I don't know.
Rich, do you want to tackle this?
I honestly, if y'all been together for 29 years, 24 married, and this is something that he was okay with at first, he was doing his thing at first, and then it progressively got worse as y'all went on. I want to be very, very honest. You said it's been sucky for the last 5 years. I think that you guys need to go to a therapist, but you say you've done that. Be quite honest with you. I think he's losing interest. Like I honestly, because if you're telling him that it's not the way it used to be, and he's not doing the things he used to do, and he has no, and you guys are even going to therapy, and he has no desire to listen to you, to placate you, to even try to do the things that you are telling him that need to be done. I don't want to put cheating on that man. I don't want to put that on that man, but I think it needs to be explained why he feels like that's not important anymore. And the easiest thing that I can say without going into your private life is that he's losing interest, and it doesn't mean the same thing to him that it meant previously. I don't know if maybe he tried to impress you previously. Maybe now that he's got you and y'all have been together for so long, he just feels like you ain't going nowhere. It could be, maybe it's lazy. Maybe he's gotten lazy with old age. How old is he?
He's 52.
He's only 52, so he's still young.
Yeah. No, he works out. He does everything he wants to do, but he wants to live life kind of like how, before, like our kids are gone now. And now he wants to go back to living like that. Like he can just run around and do what he wants to do and not really check in and stuff like that.
And
but
like
see,
he can't do what he wants to do. You mean going to clubs and hanging out with the fellas?
No, he doesn't. He's never been a clubber. He's never been a drinker or anything like that. But he'll go and work out. He'll go to his friend's house, but he goes there for hours and hours. I mean, and like I told him, I was like, well, you can stay there. I mean, stay there. You don't want to be here. But he wants to have sex. He wants to have sex. He just don't want me telling him how to do it with me. I don't know. I can't explain it.
Sean, you go ahead, man.
Well, and one more thing. Like we lost my father a few years ago, and my father was significant in his life, and he seemed to be perfect up until my dad died. And then when my dad died, he just seemed to be doing something. He's kind of like just went left, And I don't know if that has any effect on anything or whatever. He didn't have a relationship with his father. So I don't know if, the loss of my father has anything to do with anything, but I know that there was a big change in our relationship when that happened.
Gotcha. Press.
I guess my only other question to you is, How is every other area of your relationship?
It's too much to talk about. There's a lot. There's a lot
Okay,
going on.
that answers it.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted Rich to go first because I'll say what I felt. I just wanted to get his temperature on this. And I guess your last answer, just sex don't start in the bedroom.
Right.
It doesn't. Like good sex, it don't start in no bedroom. Great sex starts outside of the bedroom.
Yeah.
In the bedroom is just a physical act, but when things are good, and I mean truly good outside of the bedroom,
Mm-hmm.
what goes on in the bedroom is amazing. It's amazing. And even as I was asking you those questions earlier, I was trying to get a temperature check on this man. Your man is 52. He's a young man. He's a young man. You say he's in the gym. As far as I know, he don't have any health problems.
No.
It's inexcusable. So let's cross that out. Check, right? It's not health. It's not that.
Uh-huh.
I'm probably, and I hate to say, because I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I feel like I felt at the top of this call, he's lost interest. And I hate to tell you something like that because it's your husband of damn near 25 years and y'all been together for 30.
Yeah, but then leave me alone. Then that's what I feel. Leave me alone. Don't come in here starting something you ain't trying to finish.
Okay, but hear me out. Hear me out. And when you say starting something, that means he initiates?
Yes.
Okay. Maybe he realizes he's lost interest and he realizes your relationship ain't what it once was. But he's trying to get something going. So if he is initiating, meet him there. Like there are some hard truths that both of y'all have to be honest about. This ain't what it was. There's some interest loss. But if he is coming into your house, into your bedroom, and he is initiating, maybe he recognizes all the things that you recognize. And he's at least trying. And if he's trying, that's a good sign. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
And you can meet him there. And instead of taking the perspective, and again, I don't know enough about your relationship because it sounds like y'all got a lot of work to do outside of the bedroom. But, and Rich, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think that the man would be coming in initiating if he didn't at least want
Well, he
recognize. Go ahead.
thinks that sex fixes everything, and so
Who thinks sex fixes
my
everything?
husband thinks that sex. So if we're having a problem, he thinks that should talk about it.
Your phone breaking up a little bit.
So if we are having an issue or a problem, he thinks that us having sex will fix it, and then we don't have to talk about it anymore.
Have you had this part of the conversation with him?
Yes.
You've told him exactly what you just said to
Yes.
us.
And
Right.
I tell him all the time, sex is not going to fix it. I'm very, I'm pretty traditional. It's like, I let him lead. Not that I let him lead. I expect for him to lead. I expect these things because that's how I was grown up. So I don't like to always bring things to the table to discuss them because I feel like, he's not really going to try and solve it. It seem like he wants to. So I don't even know why he's here. That's why
Have y'all tried therapy?
we have. But he
Consist-
don't want to listen. He doesn't want to listen to the therapist.
No, consistently have you tried it?
Yes, we did it for 6 months, and I purposely chose a black male just because I wanted a man's point of view for our relationship, and I think he had a problem with being told things by a black man or by a man, period. You know, because the man, the therapist was telling him how he had lack of empathy and stuff for me and our relationship. We went through some other things, so it's kind of, you know, it's not fair to really try to bring all that in right now. So
Yeah. Rich, let me ask you, and this is a random question. If you went to therapy, would you want to be sitting there in front of a black man? Would that be better for you?
Yeah, I think if I was going to therapy, I want somebody I would feel I had the closest to like mind of me. I would want somebody that I felt like would have the same, as close to as close to me as that, and that would be a black man. So yeah, I wouldn't want a white man, because he's sitting here telling me some stuff that would be traditionally what happens in white houses or what he learned from a book. I want somebody like, I want the boys club. If I'm going
right.
to therapy,
But
I want the boys club.
I feel that way 100%, but I want a woman, which is interesting.
I did try a woman that he picked out, and she basically told me, well, you guys used to solve problems, right? And I said, yeah. And she says, well, then you have the power to do it again. But she wasn't hearing the problem. She just gave that light bandage, and so the next day I fired her.
Okay, stop, ma'am. You're missing what the reason that Sean would want a woman,
Because you want to know how she feels.
because I want to know how you feel.
Correct.
And you fired that woman based on how you felt.
Well, she wasn't trying to hear the problem.
Ma'am, it was one session. You just said that. It was one session. And what I'm telling you as a man, even if it is not that one therapist, maybe he'll hear it from a woman who is not you better. Do you understand?
Yes,
Because
I understand.
so it's similar to me and Rich. We do the boys club, and we always are like, yo, women, listen. Y'all want to listen to your friends, but you're not getting you're not getting the man's perspective. But your issue is with a man, and you're going to your friend who's a female. And what I'm saying is, you might want to reconsider, even if that therapist, that woman was wrong, maybe he'll be able to see your perspective if it comes from another woman. Me sitting in front of a man, men, you might not even want to put your guards up in front of a man. But that's how we're conditioned. It just is what it is. You have to be very open-minded as a man to sit in front of a man, and your wife is ripping you or talking about all the crap that you ain't doing, and then you got this accomplished man sitting in your face telling you, listen to your wife, all the stuff that you're not doing. That alone could be emasculating. So it might be to your benefit to try it again if he's open with another woman who you trust, because she could probably say all of the things that you're trying to say, and he could probably hear it from her in a way that he cannot hear it from you. Does that make sense?
Yes. So I have one more question real quick.
Go ahead.
So he has a friend who is a counselor, and it's his best friend. And I'm very good friends with his wife. And so we did sit down with another married couple and kind of discuss some stuff. But it's almost just like he just wants to fix everything on his own, or he just wants it to kind of disappear instead. He doesn't want me to be making waves.
I have a theory.
Okay.
Take it with a grain of thought. You guys have been together for 29 years. This man is comfortable with you. I don't have any doubt in my mind that he loves you to death. He loves you to death. He's comfortable with you. But I think his loyalty to you is what's keeping him there. More so than trying to fix anything. It's a level of comfort that exists with a 29-year relationship. Being 52, he maybe doesn't want to go back out there. He maybe doesn't want to go back into the field. So you're saying, why are you, basically what you're saying is, why are you coming in here half-assed, doing things half-assed?
Yeah.
If you don't want to do it, then don't do it at all, and let's just call it quits and move about our lives.
Yes.
But there's 29 years of comfort. There's children that y'all have had that are in and out of the home now. Y'all are back in the home. He's so comfortable with you over the years that and he's loyal to you, and he loves you.
He's not so loyal. But go ahead.
But when I say loyal, I mean loyal to the point that, like, he doesn't want to let you go. He doesn't want to leave you. He doesn't want to, like, you guys have been together for so long that, and I don't know that this man cheats or doesn't cheat. You haven't stated that. You haven't stated that he cheats or doesn't cheat. All I'm gonna say is that 30 years is a long time, and it puts somebody in a comfort zone. In a long time, that creates a sense of loyalty to that person. And even though he might not be what you want him to be, and he might be half-assed, he might be doing things half-assed, he might not want to leave his friend of 30 years. That's what I get from this. That's what I get from getting defensive and not wanting to deal with it and not wanting to hear anybody. It's because he doesn't want to hurt you. He doesn't want to say the things that are going to hurt you. And he doesn't want to make it seem as though he's trying to hurt you to the outside world. So in other words, let's handle this amongst each other, and let's deal with this. And when y'all try to deal with it, he blows you off and he's like, all right, we ain't in front of nobody. Shut up, leave me alone. We good.
Don't say shut up, but yeah.
But you understand my point.
He just doesn't do confrontation very well, you know, and
There you have it.
yeah.
But you want to know something, the more, because Rich, two things can be true simultaneous. Everything you said was right. I'll start there. But I don't know that the nigga got the interest. I don't, and I'm really trying to put myself in his seat. As a man, nigga, your woman come to you and tell you not hitting it right. That'll make you go to the gym. That'll make you freaking like unless you don't care, unless you don't have the interest.
He does not have the
interest. Is consistently telling you that she's getting the short end of the stick. You are not touching these spots. You're coming up short. Like that would mess with my ego something crazy. I would need to fix it. Huh? But that's my point. So that's my point. And what I'm saying is, what you said is right. I do believe he's in a comfort zone, and I don't think he wants to go back out into the world. I believe all of that. But I also believe two things can simultaneously be going on that are absolutely right. I think that the dude is also uninterested. He's uninterested. I truly believe that. And the more I talk and the more I listen, this is not even about couples therapy. He needs to go to therapy. Maybe you should start him, because maybe he can open. Yeah, maybe he can open up without you being there, and without him feeling as though he's in the hot seat, and him being able to say, I love my wife, I'm just not into her anymore, but I want to be. That's a hard thing to say with you sitting there.
It doesn't have to be, because the way that I am, I will say those things for him. I'm most, because
Yeah,
I'm not,
but listen,
No,
no.
not the same.
It's not the
not
same.
okay.
No, hell no, that ain't the same. Because you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna turn around to you and say, "Baby, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it." That's just what a nigga's gonna do.
Okay.
So I get it. You were saying the hard things for him, but the guy cares about you. Y'all been together for 30 years. You think he just wants to hurt you? So like
I
I
would
said,
rather
I
that you do
understand.
You
that
would
do.
rather that. You keep saying you would rather, but you're not him. You're not him. You
Understood.
can't tell this man what you'd rather him do if he's not built like that. Everything you're saying is literally contradicting what you want. He's not confrontational, and you're telling him that I want you to be confrontational. I want you to say the hard things, but yet you're saying he's not confrontational. So
Right.
he's not going to do that because that's not how he's built.
Right.
So you have to almost read between the lines. We had the whole conversation about the sex toys earlier, which goes back to what Sean just said. The sex toys, you don't care if your wife is in the bedroom with a sex toy if you don't care.
He
You would
buys.
prefer that she go in there so she would leave you the hell alone.
Look,
I
he
hope
buy-
she's in there.
He bought them. He bought some of those things,
So
and
what are we talking about right
Hold
now?
on, Rich. He bought some of those things and what?
and so, but he doesn't leave them for me to do anything with. He'll lock them away in the safe until he wants to use them with me. But and I don't know.
Because this is a lot, but here's what I would tell you, Sam. Like
Yeah.
honestly,
Yes.
y'all have so much going on,
Yeah.
but do you think he would be open to going by himself and speaking to someone without you there?
Maybe. I would welcome it. I would like to think so.
If he would, I'm almost positive listening to you that he would do so much better with. He knows how you feel. He knows why. Because at first I'm like, yo, y'all need therapy, but then I'm thinking from his position, he walking in the room and he already knows exactly how you feel. And when you're with somebody for so long, you act a certain way around them. You have certain tendencies. It's probably better to let that man go and talk to somebody without you being there, and let that person open his mind up and get him to a place to where he can communicate with you the way you need it, and then y'all go to therapy together. But it's almost like with somebody who's in a long-term relationship, right? They'll go to their friends and say the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I feel like this. I feel smothered. I feel like this. I feel that. They'll say that years before they'll come home and say that directly to their partner's face. The truth will come out with somebody who's their best friend long before it'll come out to their spouse.
Yeah.
So you just need him to open up. And it's probably not a good idea. The more I think about it, it shouldn't start with y'all in couples therapy. Maybe he should go first and learn to open up and get in touch with his own feelings, and then y'all start together.
So the therapist, I'll make this quick. The therapist that we had that worked with us, he did meet with me for a couple of weeks, and then he met with him for a couple of weeks, and then he brought us in together. So, but I would say that it was beneficial for me, but he never talked about, and I never asked what the therapist asked him. That's between him and the therapist. But I would suggest that he go by himself as well. I would think that would be better.
Suggest that to him, not us.
Well, I agree with you guys. That's what I meant to say. I agree. I do.
Okay. All right, Mama.
Bye.
Sacramento.
Sam, thank you for calling in, Sam. Seriously, I know that's not easy to talk about.
Tanise Palmer. Tanise Palmer, she mean business.
Shout
She mean business.
to Sam again. Shout to Sam. That
Sam,
wasn't an easy
shout out to Sam for
conversation
coming
to
in with
have.
real. Yeah. Tanise Palmer. Janine Aiken. Janine Aiken. Janine Aiken. Janine Aiken. No.
Nope.
Liz Rodriguez. Liz Rodriguez. It's not giving me any notification or anything. This is so fucking annoying, man. Camilla Bogle. Camilla Bogle. Bogey. Camilla Bogey.
You sure it's just us two?
Yep. Key Davis. K Davis. K Davis. First caller is still attached. Let me see that. Renee Johnson. It's three saying three people. Oh, mine is not saying three people are in the room. Oh, yeah, come on. Cancel Kobe. Yo, man, this
If you're trying to get in the conversation, please
not
hit the plus
them.
button
It's not
below.
them. There's a million people in there waiting to get into this conversation.
Wow.
Canceling Riz Rodriguez. I'm canceling Renee Johnson. And I'm starting over again.
Please hit the plus button below.
Tanise Palmer. Lady Powell still attached. Not on my end. I don't see her. Yo.
Just calm down.
You can't bring anybody in, man. It's not letting me bring anybody in.
On my side, it's not showing anybody either. I just checked. Try one more person. If not, we stop and we come back. We still got a half hour. Okay, shut it down. We come right back. If everybody, if y'all rocking with us, come right back.
All right. I'll reset. I'll reset. What up? All right, let's try this again, man. This shit is so fucking whatchamacallit. This is so tiring. Please, if y'all want to get into the conversation, hit the plus button inside the camera. Let's get this conversation started immediately. Let's get Prez back in here and we can continue on. This is annoying, man. This Instagram. Yeah, we back. We back. All right, I'm gonna get excited for this last 30 minutes. All right, so let's go. Alexis Campos. Alexis Campos. Hello? Yo.
What's up, Richie Rich?
What's up, bro?
Shit, nothing
We
much.
can't see you, bro.
Man, we on the
can't see you.
podcast, bro. We on the podcast. Like we
Yeah,
have
my
a
bad, man.
conversation.
Yeah, I'm just driving right now. My bad.
All right, man.
Let me see.
Teresa Jasmine. Lady Lot 34. Lady Lot 34. Now they're saying he's stuck. Oh my God.
Who's stuck?
I don't know. I think they're saying Campos is stuck. Janine Aiken. They're saying the guy's driving is stuck in the thing. I'm good.
Hold on. Somebody came in. Hold up. Janine Aiken just made it in.
Of course, somebody got some bags. You can't
Hold
see.
on.
Hello? Can't see you. Yes. There you go. What's up, mama?
On. He's Iris. So I'm good. And how are
You say
you?
you don't think so. Why not?
Basically, when you were talking about like with the toys, right? You say demasculizes the man. I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go
Let's
back to
just
what I said
say,
Yo,
originally.
what if you have too much
Rich,
energy
I
for
don't
a
know.
dude,
I don't know. It might be
and
my
he's
internet,
like
but
he's
you
comfortable
you
or
looking
okay
wild
with
fuzzy all of a
watching you
sudden.
use it?
Can you see me now? Is my phone busy, blurry?
Yeah, your phone is super blurry. We can hear you, so go ahead. We can hear you.
A little bit, yeah. Hi, Sean.
I do not. I will say what I said earlier. I said that if you and your man enjoy it together, then there's nothing wrong with toys. If you enjoy toys together, it's all good. If you don't enjoy, if your man feels a way about you doing toys, if you're doing toys alone, that's a different story. I've said this 20 times tonight. So if your man enjoys watching you and you want to play with toys, then that's fine. If your man wants to play with you with your toys, then that's fine. But if your man has a problem with you or you're doing it alone and he's not a part of it, then that's not fine. That's what I said. If you have a lot of energy and your man acknowledges that, and he's too tired and he still wants you to get off, then that's fine. I don't have a problem with that either. All right? Just focus. All right, Mama. Okay. Can you see me now, Sean?
Yeah. Yo, Rich, you in a bad mood, man. You got to bring it down.
Bro, I said the same thing 50
Yeah, but
times.
don't worry about it. It's all good. You explained it. We try to let somebody else in, but if you feeling frustrated, we end it here.
Teresa Jennings.
It's crazy because when she came in, you got real bad. She left, you're good again. So I wonder, did it have something to do with her?
I imagine so.
Instagram sucks, man. Because you were perfect until she got in the live.
LaShawn, I think her name is LaShawn. LaShawn. Yo, you understand how this zaps your energy, bro, when you're having a good night and then you just hit Tom. I must have hit 20 people, and that this fucking Instagram is not letting them in the room. And I don't understand why they hate me so much. Like, yo, I dead ass don't know why this fucking this website, this app hates me, bro.
It ain't
Like,
personal.
it's not even giving me not available, shorty signed off. It's not giving me none of that. It's just not letting anybody in.
Yeah, it ain't personal. I mean, tonight was super fun. If his acts up, we end it. We leave in a good place.
I just try to let Antoinette is saying that you're not available. So I don't know what to tell you. Go ahead, Sean. Close us out, man.
Okay, it sucks because tonight was such a fun night. I hate that we have to end like this, but and Rich, try to let somebody else in. If they come in while I'm closing this out, we'll keep it going. But tonight was a super fun night, y'all. I enjoyed all of the callers that called in. So shout to y'all. Shout to Sam in Sacramento. My man Fred down in where is he? Somewhere in Texas, somewhere. And we had a few more in between. Anita always cracks me up. But this episode will be up tomorrow on all streaming platforms, so y'all can catch it on your favorite streaming platform, YouTube, iTunes Music, Spotify, and it will also be on our YouTube channel. If you love what we're doing, please head over to our YouTube channel. It has so much content on it. It is the Official Boys Club. The Official Boys Club, just type in the Official Boys Club with Sean Prez and Rich Dollars. And, this episode will be up tomorrow. And it's a ton of other stuff up there that is right in line with what we do. So go ahead, Rich. You can have the last word.
I'm going to try to let one more person in because I hate to leave with all these people in the chat, man. But now they're saying I have 5 people in the room. This is terrible. Anyway, yo, thanks for coming out again. Another week in the books. Appreciate y'all. It's 9:52. I'm super frustrated right now. I got about 30 people in the live, and I can't let y'all in. So I apologize. And we try again next week. Hopefully it'll be better. Maybe Sean will buy me a new phone. That might be what's wrong with it. I need a new phone, Sean.
No, we need a new platform. That's what it is.
That's exactly
we keep talking about it. All right.
All
Later,
right,
kid.
All right, Joe.